With Thanksgiving now behind us, I can officially say Christmas time is here. With that comes decorating and DIYs, and today I've got 10 hacks that will make your holiday crafting a breeze. Jumping right in, do you love the look of glitter but hate the way it gets everywhere? 'Cause I do. Well, our first hack is to seal the glitter using glue. You will want to use a PVA glue that dries clear. That's going to be something like an Elmer's glue or an Aleene's tacky glue. And there's a few ways to go about this. The first is if you have an item that is already glittery. You can get a paintbrush and paint the glue directly onto the glitter and it's going to seal it in. If you want, you can dilute the glue with a little bit of water. And the more it's diluted, the easier it's going to be to paint on, but it can be less effective if you go too thin with your mixture. If you don't dilute the glue at all, you'll get a thick, perfect seal, but sometimes it can create a little bit of a white cast. So I like to dilute my glue with a little bit of water, paint it on there, and if need be, do a second coat. If you are painting the glue onto your glittery object, I would recommend working over a plastic surface like a plastic bag or over cling wrap, because those materials you'll be able to peel off the glue. With these snowflakes over the brown paper bag, yeah, some parts got glued to the paper and some of the paper came with the project. Another option to apply the glue mixture is to dip your project into the solution. I had some troubles with this. This one's so-so. I tried dipping these ornaments in. I had my mixture a little too diluted and I didn't have a good container for dipping them into, but it's an option. In either case, once the glue has dried, give it a quick test by rubbing your finger over the glitter. If any glitter falls off or ends up on your finger, you'll need to do another coat. But if you've either done enough coats or done a thick enough concentration of the glue, when you rub your finger across it, all the glitter will be sealed and will not shed anymore. If you're adding glitter to a project that doesn't already have glitter, the way I would use this hack is to mix your glitter into your glue. Don't do the layer of glue on your project, sprinkle with glitter, and then seal. Just right off the bat. Mix your glitter into the glue, put on a nice thick coat of glitter glue, and you'll be good to go. I've gotten really good results with this and it holds up really well. And the final way to seal the glitter is to use a spray. When I was planning this video, I was like, oh my gosh, if I could put this into spray form, I could have like a whole product about this. I was already preparing my Shark Tank pitch. It was gonna be Sparkle Stay, the spray that makes glitter okay. But it turns out this product's already on the market. You can use a product like Krylon's Glitter Blast Clear Sealer. I haven't personally used it, but it seems to have pretty good reviews. Our second hack is a way to easily get glue out of a bottle, which will be helpful if you're doing hack number 1. Sometimes these glues are really thick and they sit in the bottom of the container and half of your crafting time gets used up trying to get the glue down to the end of the bottle. All you have to do to quickly get the glue to the opening is to hold the base of the bottle so that way the nozzle is pointing away from you and do a bunch of big windmills with your arms. This was a trendy hack for getting ketchup out of a bottle, kind of made the rounds a few years ago. Same concept works with glue. And as a bonus, after you've done this hack and you have the glue at the end of the bottle, store the bottle upside down by standing it in a cup so that way you don't have to keep windmilling it over and over and over. The third hack is to save broken pieces from your decor. Sometimes our decor gets worn out or a branch snaps off or maybe we just don't need part of the decoration. Hang on to it and put it to use in another way. For instance, I had these jingle bells and they had this little wreath on the top, but I just wanted the jingle bells from them. So when I removed the wreath, instead of throwing it out, I held onto it and I put it at the base of a candle. It looks so cute. Another example is when branches break off of garland. It's just a small piece, you might be tempted to throw it out, but if you hang onto them, these work great as filler. Maybe inside of a lantern or a bowl. I've held onto branches and bows and different pieces that broke off of other decorations and combined them into a whole new thing. Hack number 4 is to save trash for your DIYs. Okay, really I'm meaning save packaging, but a lot of it's actually trash if we're being honest here. Here's some examples. 1, ribbons. So many items this time of year come packaged in cute festive packaging, wrapped in ribbons, very cute. Hang on to the ribbons. I use these ribbon pieces all the time. I don't have to go out and buy a whole spool, but I've got a nice length that I can use for a variety of projects. For instance, this hat, I wanted to wrap a piece of ribbon around the base. I had a piece saved from some packaging and it was the perfect size for this project. And if you have packaging with a longer piece of ribbon, you can turn it into a bow. Another example of packaging that is trash that I've turned into decorations are gold twist ties. I ended up with literally hundreds of these gold twist ties, and I saved them because they are so shiny and pretty in the light. And eventually I put them together to make a garland. I just twisted them together, made a nice long chain, and now I'm able to use this decoration year after year. I use this on my tomato cage Christmas trees on the porch, and since this garland is made from literal trash, it can go outside and I'm not worried about something happening to it. And the last way to decorate in DIY with packaging that you've saved is if you have a cute gift tag, you can tie it onto another piece of decoration. For instance, this gift tag was on a little goodie basket from a business. I thought it was really cute, so I held onto it and I was able to put it to good use. My 5th Christmas decorating and DIY hack is to use containers to make top hats. And I use these top hats for snowmen most of the time. Butter tubs are one of my favorite. You flip it upside down, hang onto a larger lid from something else, glue them together, paint it, add a ribbon, and bam, you've got yourself a top hat for a snowman. I've also used the bottom of a peanut butter container, same exact process. Other containers that make cute hats are the little wee yogurt jars. I've got a video on how I turn some of them into these festive top hats. I like to start by painting them black, then I'll take a scrap piece of ribbon that I saved from packaging, wrap it around the base, and then I can really spruce it up by gluing on some pieces that I saved from other broken decor pieces to really bring the project together. Again, it's kind of all trash and we've turned it into decorations. My 6th Christmas DIY hack is to use pine cones in your decorations. In my case, I can get pine cones for free, so that's great for my wallet, and I also like that it's a natural product, so I'm not going out and buying something synthetic or plastic. Again, these can be used to spruce up some of your other decorations. For instance, you can tuck them into a garland, put them in a jar or a lantern as filler, or what's really fun is you can cut them down and make them look like flowers. I'll link to a video that shows that process, but they're very cute and fun to decorate with. The 7th hack is to use cheap garland to make your greenery fluffier. You can pick up single strands of garland from Dollar Tree and incorporate them with any of your other greenery to create a more full look. For instance, I have this tree here. It's already a pretty nice tree, but you can see light through some of it, and I want to make it a lot more dense and fluffy and plush. I don't know if plush is the right word, but you'll see what I mean. By wrapping the garland into the tree, it creates a fuller, more complete look to this tree. Another way to use it is to cut it into shorter sections and then take those pieces and wrap them around your greenery. This will add some three-dimensional texture. You can point them in different directions, and instead of just being a single strand, it'll give the look of having branches. Now, as a quick note, the downside of this hack is the Dollar Tree garland sheds like crazy. So just keep that in mind. Hack number 8 is to take advantage of napkins and their cute designs. Paper napkins are fairly inexpensive and there's lots of options of designs to choose from. Simply peel the layers of the napkin apart and then Mod Podge the napkin onto whatever you want to decorate. You can use this to decorate things like ornaments, bowls, figurines, or even boxes. Now I'm going to show an extra hack here. It's more of a novelty. I'm not necessarily recommending any of y'all try this. I just thought it was kind of interesting. If you don't want to cut your napkin down to be the exact size you need, you can place Mod Podge on just the surface that you want the napkin to attach to, place your napkin onto it and press it down firmly, and then light the excess napkin on fire. Again, this is kind of like an extreme option here, and I'm really not even recommending that you try this. It's really important that the napkin stays really wet with Mod Podge, so that way only the excess burns off. And if you don't have it sealed down really well, it can leave burnt edges along your project. However, I do think the burned edges can look kind of cool, and perhaps this speeds things up. Hack number 9 is a way to transfer professional and very crisp looking designs without using a Cricut. All you need is your design printed onto paper with toner and a little bit of patience. There's 2 methods. The first is to use chalk paint. I've got a video that shows this in more depth, but the basic idea is you apply chalk paint onto your item, then while the paint is still wet, press your paper with the design and toner onto the wet chalk paint. Once everything dries, use a damp rag to gently rub the paper off and your design will be left behind. The second method is to use clear tape. The process is very similar. You tape over your toner design on the paper, use a damp cloth to rub the paper off, and stick your sticker onto whatever you're decorating. A couple quick tips here. First of all, you must use toner. It will not work with inkjet ink. Places like Staples are able to print things out in toner, and it's fairly inexpensive. Since the paper gets removed anyways, you want to use the thinnest, cheapest, flimsiest paper possible. And the last thing is to be mindful of whether you need to reverse the image or not. If you're using the tape method, you don't need to reverse your image, but if you're transferring with the chalk method, you will need to reverse your image before you print it out. And hack number 10 is an easy way to string up Christmas ornaments, and that is to use twine with a rough texture. Because of the texture, the ornaments will stay in place instead of sliding along the strand, but because they're not actually permanently held in place, it's easy to adjust. In the past, I've used things like fishing line to hang up ornaments, but if you use the fishing line, you either have to tie them on individually or double loop it so it won't slide. That makes it a lot harder to get your ornaments arranged exactly the way you want it because you have to be really precise with your spacing from the get-go. With the twine, it's really easy to balance the look of the ornaments, and again, they don't slide because the twine has enough texture. I use this to make an ornament garland in my room, and in addition to being a really simple way to hang them up, I also think it looks really cute. So those are my 10 hacks for Christmas decorations and DIYs. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite hack is when it comes to decorating for Christmas and making Christmas decorations. Anything that makes the season go more smoothly and allows us to enjoy it more is a win in my book. And these hacks have made my Christmas crafting a lot easier. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It just tells YouTube that you want to see more content like this. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Catch you later and happy crafting.